Hi everybody, Nancy here. It's super early in the morning here. It's like 6:15. I call that super early. But I want to show you why I'm so intimidated by ChatGPT in the past. When you see a chart like this, it's like, uh-uh. That's just way too complicated to bother with. And thankfully, I didn't see this chart before because that would right away make me think there's no way. I have to, I'll just try something as opposed to trying to figure this thing out, this chart. Forget about it. And it may be great, and I might eventually come back to it, but that's not what I'm doing with, Chat GPT. I'm asking it a question, or I'm saying, okay, draw this kind of a thing. So let me show you an example of something that I did the other day. Now, see that this image right here, when it's in Pinterest, you can't just do a copy. You can't hold your finger down and do a copy save business. So I will take a picture of it, open it up, and then crop the picture. I love this. And then do done and copy and delete because I don't want to keep that image. I don't want to use up my storage, but I want to use it right now. So I'll go here. I'll open up ChatGPT because I didn't have it open yet. And I want to put my finger down on the ask anything and do a paste. So now that has that image there. Well, okay, so what am I going to do with that image? That's nice, but what am I going to do with it? I'm going to, this time I'm going to say, and I'm just making this up as I go, create a grunge. And again, this is just me saying, I wonder if it'll do this. I'm not knowing that it will. Okay, I'm going to do create a grunge background paper, ground paper collage, and torn paper. I'm going to put add text from Psalms. I'm just going to give it a scripture. Psalms 1:1. Okay. And hopefully it's going to use that image that I pasted. Do that. Let it go. I pushed the up arrow to see what it was going to produce. And after it's finished, I'll look at it and say, I don't like that. I do like this. Let me try this. But in the meantime, I'm just going to wait on it because I don't know what it's going to come up with. I have no idea what it's going to look like. I don't know if it'll actually use that image or it'll just create something that looks similar to that image. I don't know what it's going to do. And this is, like I say, this is what I do every day, just trying to learn the software. I'm not looking and reading what it will do. I have no clue. It'll probably do 1,000 times beyond what I would ever ask it to do. It's kind of like Zoom Notes. Zoom Notes is so power-packed with things that you can do that, I'll think about that tomorrow. It's like, if I don't know it yet, I'm going to wait a few days before I try to learn something new. But while I'm sitting here waiting on this, I want to go ahead and say, please go ahead and look back at my old videos. I know a lot has changed in the last 4 or 5 years. I get that. But so much hasn't. He usually, when he creates something new, he keeps the old as well. So you're never really lost. Oh, look. So this is what it came up with. Very cool. It's got the text in it. And see, that's something that I could use in my Bible just because it's funky cool. Now, I want to let it finish because I'm not real sure. What I usually will do or have in the last, when I've tried to do the torn paper, I need to ask it to do a drop shadow just so you can see okay, this is supposed to be a piece of paper that's taped down, Now, you notice I'm not real sure what translation it's using right now. It's probably, I don't know. I don't know what that is. But if I want King James, I can tell it that. Let's see. Convert to King James. To King. And I'm going to hit return and do, maybe I'll put King James Bible. Bible's probably not necessary, but why not? Might as well do it. And then I think I'm going to put add drop shadows, because you can't tell if there's any like torn paper. It looks like there is, but there's no proof that there is. Let's see, add drop shadow. And now I'm going to hit the up arrow and let it work. And let me look at this. Now what I would do is, let me open another window, and I'm going to open up Zoom Notes. See if it's already here. Here it is. No, that's photos. Heck. Let me close that back. Close. Hit the 3 dots at the top. Add another window. And I'm going to just go here and do, where's Zoom Notes? Sorry, there. Okay. And I'm going to make that smaller. Come on. That's the YouTube. That's not necessary for what we're doing right now. I do want to show you something, though. I did not realize this until today. This morning, I'm sitting here watching a video. This is my yesterday's video.
Hi, everybody. Nancy here. Okay. I'm going to talk about using ChatGPT with Zoom Notes. I have been trying to make this video for a couple of weeks now. I've actually posted three different videos, and I've taken them all down.
Distinguish themselves through moments of compassion, community engagement, and recognition of their responsibilities to use their platforms for positive impact rather.
I'm trying to stop it so that you can't hear it talking. If I pull up, I'm putting my finger down under I did not realize you could do this. Well, now I'm not able to do it. Let me see if I use my pen. If you pull up from the bottom of there it is. I didn't know you could get those images at the bottom of the video, and you can do that with all of them. So if you want to go back and look at an old something, you just do that. I never knew that until today. Okay, so anyway, I'll stop talking about that and go back here about kill that. See, when I get sidetracked like this, I don't know what I'm doing. I forget what I'm doing. I'm sure there's a way to arrange this, but I don't know how, so that everything fits so you can access everything. Like this is Etsy. This is Zoom Notes. And I'm pulling from the corner to make it smaller. And then here down, okay, there is the GPT that I just created. Now I'm going to drag and drop that into Zoom Notes. Okay, see, this is the King James Version. See, this one says, "Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel." And I knew that it should have said, or King James Version says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel." Oh, that's not right. Ungold nor standeth. Okay, so I'm thinking this might be a problem. I don't know what ungold is. Oh, God. Okay, it's because I couldn't read it. Walketh not in the, it's missing a word, counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners. So it's missing some words. So you really want to be sure you know what it's supposed to say before you take it as gospel, you know. But, okay, so it did do the grungy part. It made it a lot darker around the outside edges, and you can see a couple of pieces of paper for sure. Now, getting it to correct itself is a little bit tricky. I know I've had that issue before. And what I would probably do, because it has screwed up the text, is tell it to take the text off. I'm going to say remove the text. Because I'm going to drag just the background part, which I do love. Let's see. Which response do you prefer? Now it's talking back to me and asking me this question. It's going to give me two versions, and it wants me to pick which one I like best. You just never know with this thing. But what I was going to say is I'm going to get rid of the text on the image so that I can just add it in Zoom Notes. You know, we can do that in Zoom Notes. I don't have to have it here. And I think it would be easier to make that correction in Zoom Notes than try to fight it with this. Okay, so that's one version of it. And we're waiting on this one to come up. But the problem with it is, see, it didn't really leave space for the text. I'd have to get creative, and I could put it over on the left side, on the left of those two little black dots in the middle. I think those must be some kind of flower leaf or something. I'm going to go back to the original so you can see. Okay, this is the original. And see, it's got the two leaves. So it's pretty close to the same thing, but it's not. It's changed the colors, and it's moved some of the things around. See, on this one, the two little green dots, which are leaves, are down to the right above the little piece of paper. Okay, this one's gone back to almost the original. The only difference is it's got the cream color background. And I'm going to say that that's the grunge by me saying the word, make it grunge. That's why it changed that color background. I'm pretty sure I like this one the best, so I'm going to drag and drop it into Zoom Notes. And now I can add the text the way I want to. And to do that, I've already got I was going to say I have the Bible already open, but I think it's the new NIV version, not the King James. NIV fixed. Come on. Okay, and what I'm going to do, see, this is one that I did the other day. The parable of the sower. And let's see, I want to go to Psalms 1:1 is what I'm doing. At some point, my font got changed, so it's like all my numbers are way too big. See, I actually got it to do an image the other day, but if I were going to do this now, I would go ahead and click on the A with the I beam and select it. Well, y'all have this trouble? Okay. And do copy. And now I'm going to move this over, drag this over, and paste the text. I don't know what it pasted. I don't see it. I'm going to do it this way. Put the space for where I want. Oh, there it is. It's little bitty. See, by doing just the paste, it's that little bitty text right there. I'm doing the green light around it. But this time I drew a space for it. And I'm going to do paste. See, this time it used the defaulted font. And of course, the words are not exactly what I had wanted. And they're really hard to see. I'm going to select it. Select all. And I'm going to change the point size. And maybe, this particular font doesn't have a bold. Maybe if I tried doing it with a white, so I'm going to change the color to white. I don't know. It's a little bit better. But anyway, you see what I would do with something like this. Now it's asking me which one of these images do I prefer. Now see, this one actually, this one right here, probably would be better to put that text on it and take it back to white. I mean, take it back to black. So I've got it selected. And I think I need to select all, go to the color and change it from white to black. And again, I'm going to change the point size because it's way too big. Maybe make it stretch it out that way and put it down toward the bottom. Move it up. You know, and I could change some words to be a different font if I want it to jump out at me. So if I want that word, does not walk, to be highlighted, I'll select it and change it to a different font. This one. You know, and that's, I could come up with some really cool different kinds of text to make things pop out. I can do the blessed as well. And go back to here. Click on midnight. And hit returns to put, you know, spaceless. If I want to do this, then I would hit a return. I'm not real sure where my where my keyboard is. I don't see it. Well, what happened to my tech? There it is. Okay. Now I've got my keyboard. All right, so I can do blessed and hit return. Is the man who, you know, and modify it and do all kinds of little fancy stuff with it. And then I would use, well, it must be, yeah, this needs to be moved to the front. So I go here, go to the selection menu, go down to order, move to front. You know, of course, I'm not going to leave it like that, but that's how I would do something like that. Okay? Y'all have a great one here. Bye.